Hey, how's it going, guys? It's the boss here with another bit of a different video today. Today, guys, I'm very happy to be doing a collaboration today with a fellow YouTuber known as Darren Jensen. A very nice gentleman who I met over Facebook, who I encountered a video of his. It was a review of Star Ocean, actually, in a Facebook YouTube group. I reached out to him to organize a review because I really enjoyed his content, and honestly, I think his channel should be a lot bigger than what it is. But he seemed like a cool guy, and we decided to team up and do a little bit of a review today. So Darren will be reviewing a game today known as Untitled Goose game. I'm sure a game a lot of you guys are familiar with. And we'll get into his gameplay that he provided me as well as his review footage. But I wanted to do a little review of my own of a game that I've been wanting to talk about for a full video, but I figured it would be better here for a short little brief one, and that is Hot Wheels Beat That on the Nintendo DS. For as much as I've knocked licensed games and racing games before, with the exception of a few legendary series like Need for Speed and other series such as that on the PlayStation, I must admit this is probably one of the best licensed games I've ever played, and definitely one of my most nostalgic Nintendo DS games. I loved Hot Wheels Beat That. I've played it multiple times over the past several years, and it's always just an enjoyable time. A very simple racing game where you traverse through different levels, in different theme levels, like on a golf course, in a house, through an amusement park. You rack up points, you complete objectives, and you unlock brand new cars as well as concept art as bonus material as you continue through the tracks. You have a wide array of weapons a la Mario Kart, including something like a freeze gun, which allows you to freeze opponents, rockets that allows you to blast opponents, a thing known as a Tesla, which is a little star that allows you to shock your opponents, literally with electricity coming out of it and stalling them out. There's a lot of really good variety in here for a very simple racing game, and honestly, this is again probably one of the better racing game experiences that I've had. For as simple as this game is, and for as aesthetically pleasing as it is for a licensed game, this game looks really good on the Nintendo DS, especially for, again, a licensed game and a simple racing game. At that, it looks great with the tracks, with the car designs, with the different features and whatnot it shows with the different set pieces, like a T-Rex within the amusement park, and things like the Witch Doctor mask and whatnot, and the different realistic effects they have with going through an attic in a house or a bathtub or something like that. It looks good on the DS for what it is, and musically, very jammin', very, very good theme song, and of course, the music tracks work aesthetically for the different areas you go through anyway in the races. And of course, it's very simple, it's very bare bones in some areas. It's not a perfect game. It's a little too simple for its own good in some areas, and honestly, someone could get bored after a while unless they wanted to go for all the objectives, which can challenge you from time to time, but if you are really good at playing games like that, then you're not going to have a problem with this one. But nonetheless, though, this is a very simple game, and it doesn't really do a lot wrong, in my opinion. Again, a very simple, there's some objectives that can be a little frustrating. The controls can lock up from time to time with the car, and some of the weapons aren't as accurate as what you might want them to be in execution, but everything else that this game does, provided with a good presentation, good music, very simple and easy to understand concept, and of course, having it worth it by going through the levels, collecting all the different little fireballs, by completing the objectives, unlocking brand new cars, and of course the concept art. This game adds a lot more than what you might think for a simple licensed game. So all in all, I really do enjoy this game, and if you're looking for a simple, quick racing experience, I recommend checking it out. It's good. Now that I've gotten my game out of the way, allow me to present Darren as he goes through his game, Untitled Goose Game, and the gameplay footage he provided to me. So without any further ado, Darren, you have the floor.
Geese are dicks. Everybody knows that. Have you ever met a friendly goose before? No, you haven't, because they don't exist. Now, I'm usually a pretty nice guy, but sometimes it is a lot of fun just to be a dick for a little bit. And that is why I love Untitled Goose Game. This game offers you some great fantasy fulfillment for those times when the world fucks you and you want to fuck it right back. In Untitled Goose Game, you play as a goose. And the goal of the game is to just be as big of a dick as you can to everybody that you meet until they eventually put up a no goose sign, which you will ignore anyway because you're a goose who does not give a shit. And then after that, you have to sort of trick them into opening up the next area. And all of this is achieved through stealth of all things. And I really like this approach. I did not expect to have to use Metal Gear Solid skills in a game about being just a dick goose. You have a list of goals to accomplish, and most of these can be achieved just by being a big jerk to people. If you keep finding new ways to screw around with people, you'll eventually cross everything off of the list. And overall, this game is actually very easy. There isn't any way for you to really fail, and the most that the villagers can really do to you is just sort of shoo you away. Although there are some hidden objectives that actually offer a very welcome challenge. And the way that the music interacts with the action on screen is a thing of pure beauty. The more action on screen, the more active the soundtrack. And the soundtrack is very, very minimalistic, with the piano being the only instrument that we hear. And this minimalistic soundtrack matches the watercolor art style perfectly. And when you combine this piano soundtrack with the watercolor art, you have a game with an overall very relaxing atmosphere, despite the goosey chaos. The only thing I don't like about Untitled Goose Game is just how short it is. All in all, I would say there's maybe 4 to 6 hours worth of content here, and they did recently update it to add 2-player co-op, which lets you and a friend terrorize the town together, and it is just as much fun as it sounds. I really hope that the devs will either continue to add content through updates, or give us a full-blown sequel one day with more villages and more people to fuck around with. Thanks a lot for letting me come on the channel and talk about the game, Ryan. This was a lot of fun for me to do.
And that is going to do it for today's video, guys. First off, thank you so much, Darren, for joining me on this. You're a really awesome guy. I'm very glad to have done this review with you. Hope to work with you again at some point in the future, man. And I honestly hope this video really helps your channel out. If you guys are interested at all in what he does different reviews, he does a lot of different gameplay videos. He has some really good commentary and gameplay recordings over there. Please go and check him out. He's a very small channel that deserves to have way more subscribers than what he does. So please, anyone who watches this video that checks out his channel via the link in the description down below, which I highly recommend you do, give him a subscribe. I think this man deserves it, and he's producing really good content over there. And again, for as small as he is, he deserves to be bigger. So, but once again, though, Darren, thank you so much for joining me, man, and I really enjoyed the experience. Thank you a lot. And other than that, guys, aside from checking out Darren's channel in the description down below, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as a whole. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below about Darren's game, about my game, and of course the video in general. And if you enjoyed it, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to catch more videos like this in the future. I'm looking forward to doing more reviews, more gameplay stuff, some skit stuff every once in a while as well. And of course, hopefully doing more collaborations like this in the future with other small creators. So, with all that in mind, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.